Ayla, how are you going?
Hey Amanda, good to be here. Thanks for having me.
No problem. So we were meant to go live just before because you were going to hop on a hot seat. We're just going to do a little bit of a coaching call. So we thought we'd just record it now because obviously that didn't happen. So yeah, how are you? How's things?
Uh, yeah, to be honest, they're pretty difficult. Um,
What's
there's a lot of things that are like ending in my life.
Yep.
Um, and it just seems like one after the other, and they're like really big things, like relationship.
Yep.
Um, there's been a class, a business class that I've been taking that's wrapping up, and things haven't ended very gracefully
Yep.
for both. Um, and there's also like all sorts of new beginnings. like
That's
so
that's the
uh
exciting bit.
yeah, but it's almost like it's just really hard to navigate, and it's I find myself spending a lot of time just trying to be in the new state, new location, meet new people, like put myself out there. And I think it's kind of like uh
Overwhelming.
yeah, like I'm leaking energy somewhere. So I don't know, I'm not so energetic. Like it's just a lot to navigate, so I'm having like a difficult time.
Yeah. So what can I help you out with the most? Like what if I was to say like what is the one thing that you're struggling with right now that's like that chaos? What would that be?
how to like how to like be inspired for like the new stuff, and not let the old stuff just drag me into like days or weeks of pits of doom. Like how, it's
Yeah.
like in those moments just being like, I don't know about this. And
Yeah.
yeah, does that
Yeah, that's awesome. I love this. All right, so being inspired to move forward. So what's going on in life now? Like where do you feel stuck? As in like let's start with a bit of a game plan around that. So at the moment, what does life look like?
I'm stuck financially, and
Yeah.
I have a lot of responsibilities that I started and had before the pandemic hit.
Yeah.
Like certain financial responsibilities, like paying a car, paying certain things.
Yeah.
Um, and that just like got really shifted because of the pandemic, and because I had to move, and because it's just been like chaos for like 2 years.
Yeah.
Um, two and a half, a year and a half, I don't even know anymore. So that, and then it's like bleeding into financial issues and stress, and like
Yeah.
now I'm in a new state with no uh no business, and thinking about like a 9 to 5 job, like, like, and that's something I haven't done for like years. So
Yeah.
it's kind of challenging to be like, what's my path? Like, I don't know what to do. I don't know.
Yeah.
Do I work for somebody else? Do I keep pushing? Like,
Yeah, so I think like what can we work on right now that's going to be able to change like give that one little inch of change. You know, like I feel like you've got all this stuff going on and maybe that there's too many areas to focus on. So what one thing now can we focus on? Like how's health? How's because soon as we make a one little bit of a change in one area, that's going to bleed into the other areas. So like we've got health, we've got like financially you're stuck, but at the moment, if we can move something else, maybe that will then shift that financial. Does that make sense? So it's kind of like, well, let's just focus on something that you can put some energy in, put some concentration into right now, and let's see if that can make the shift. So, how's health? How's health going?
it's challenging.
Okay.
It's the like sad diet, like breakup, post breakup.
Okay.
Like, it's hard to balance food and Like, I swear to God, I'm trying, but like, it doesn't even seem, just like not interested in food.
Yeah. So the stress is causing you not to eat.
Yeah.
Yeah. So are you losing weight or
Yeah.
and feeling tired?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So let's start with that because I think that's probably a good place to start because you have control over that. You know, finances, it's going to come because at the moment everything's like all over the place. But you've got to start looking after you because you're the most important. It doesn't matter about finances if you can't keep you healthy and you balanced, you know? And if you've got no energy, that's going to play out in how you show up, how your energy is to the world. You know, like your mental clarity. If your diet, if your exercise is not on track, well then it's your mental capacity to be able to process and put some structure in place in these other areas is not going to be good for you. So I think this is a good area to maybe start in to see if we can get some shift or some movement. So how would you like what would be typically where you would like what would you like? If your health was on track, what would you like? Well, what does that look like?
I mean, eating like balanced meals that are sustaining and something that I enjoy and that's delicious, but something that's like consistent.
Yeah. Okay.
It's just not consistent like all over the board right
Yeah. And then when you are hungry, maybe going for sweets or
now. Not even like I don't even care about sweets. It's not even a thing.
just
It's
so
just like not eating. Just like yeah, it's not
so in your day you're having no food, like absolutely no food.
I am eating. It's just like late. It just ends up being like 12 o'clock. It's like past noon by the time I start eating food.
Okay. Okay. And so what about exercise wise? What are you doing with that?
Also, that's been kind of delayed. I've tried to get back into that this week. So, just kind of
And
starting slow because
and
it's been a while.
yeah. So what would you typically like to do? Like how many times would you like to actually exercise
Like
in the
five days a week.
5 days? And at the moment we're under one. Under one?
Yeah, yeah. Maybe I've had like 2 or 3 this week, but mostly
Okay.
one.
And then what how much time are you spending outside?
Not a lot. Not a lot.
All right, so let's work with this first. So we've got eating balanced meals, exercise, and time out. So let's put like a plan into place where it's not going to be, you know, we're not going to be at your optimum, but something in between where we can agree to that it's going to be sustainable rather than, you know, like you see it at the moment as such a big far out goal. So if we can break that down, so then we can actually get you moving in this regard. So it's not like, no, it just seems too far away that you're not even going to get there. How does that feel? Yeah. All right. So I think for you, spending time outside is probably really the key just to get you grounded, getting into that fresh air. Um, so, what can we commit to each day? Like, how many minutes could we sit outside, even to do like a meditation outside, or just tuning into what your body needs or what your heart's telling you? You know, like what can we commit to? Well, how much time would you usually spend outside?
Hours.
Hours?
Yeah, like usually snowboarding will be like that's like 3 to 4 hours, and you're 2 to 4 to 6 hours. Like however long the mountain stays open, I'll
Yeah.
be up there all day. When I'm hiking, that'll be another like 4 hour thing.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Maybe like 15 minutes is doable.
15 minutes? Yeah. Okay. So starting tomorrow, because it's nighttime now for you. So tomorrow, let's set an alarm that you're going to do 15 minutes outside. So if that means, like, I don't know, whatever time suits you, if that's 10 o'clock, if that's 8 o'clock, if that's whatever, let's set an alarm so you can do 15 minutes outside. And let's commit to that. Because again, that's that little bit of a shift. So if we're making that little bit of a shift, well, then it just allows things to start moving in that external world that you're living in, where it's so much chaos. So let's connect to Mother Earth and our universe and get you feeling grounded. So that's number one. Okay, exercise. The thing with exercise is it doesn't have to be too strenuous, because obviously if you're not putting fuel into your body, well, then we can't train, or we can't do these things that our body would normally like to do. So I think let's go with food first, and then we can work out the exercise based on how much food you're actually going to eat. Because if you're going to exercise, you've got no fuel, well, then the car's not going to go. Your body's not going to go. So what can we commit to for food? Like, what would you normally, like for breakfast, what time would you normally eat?
Normally I do work out first, so but it's yeah, smoothie, and
Yeah.
then it's usually like a superfood smoothie, like with blueberries and bananas and stuff like that, and
Okay.
like
And
protein powder,
yeah.
and then other stuff is like eggs. I'll do eggs and cheese and
Okay.
some like
So which one's calling to you right now? Which one would be the better option?
at this very moment,
Not
I want a coffee.
not at this very moment because it's nighttime, but just say if we would put a plan into place, like would you typically go for you'd go for the shake rather than the eggs?
Yeah, it's just
Okay.
easier to stomach.
Do you have those ingredients?
Yes.
Okay. Now, what time are we going to commit to setting another alarm that says breakfast? Because
Uh,
12 o'clock, if we're already like catabolic at night, so we're not eating. If we're not eating our food, then there's no energy, and then you're waking up, you want to get started on your day, and your body's craving that fuel. It's craving something to get it going. And this is the cycle that you've got yourself into. It's just like going round and round because you're not loving you because of the situation you're in, which is absolutely fine. But let's commit to just a few little things and let's see if that changes things around. It might just start, and that's how you get like inspired, is that you start feeling better. Because when we start feeling better, we're going to continue things on. Yeah. Okay. So shake. What time are we committing to do a shake?
between 9 and 10.
Okay. So alarm set for 9 and 10 that you're going to have your shake. And then throughout your day, can we aim to just eat 3 meals? So the shake, the lunch, and dinner. Yeah? What would we be having for lunch? Like, what would be a normal lunch for you?
Probably easy just to do. It's like easy to switch off the eggs or the shake.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah, cool. So eggs and anything with the eggs.
some like things like kimchi probiotics. That's what I mean.
Okay, cool.
Oh, did it glitch out? Did you hear that?
Yeah, just a
Yeah,
little bit, but that's okay. Kimchi and probiotic stuff. I think that's where you were heading with that. Is that what you said?
yeah, cheese and places and eggs.
Okay, so have you got all that stuff?
I do.
Awesome. Cool. So what time are we going to have lunch?
Probably around 12:31.
Cool. So let's set an alarm for 1 o'clock to say lunch. And it's just this little reminder that it's just making you aware. Like, hey, oh, I haven't eaten. Okay, my alarm's going off. I've got to eat. It's just making that connection. And when you're making that connection, you're looking after you. And then when you're looking after you, things start changing because you're actually caring for you, taking care of you. You've got this. All right. And then so dinner, what would be a normal dinner?
Um, I don't even know. I don't even know what's normal for dinner. Like, it's easy to have a soup. It's easy to, I don't know, have some kind of like vegetable, but kind of just like burned out on like ideas.
Okay. I just want to go something as simple as soup. If you can actually make that happen, all we want to do is create that habit. Like all we want to do is like just commit to eat something. At this stage, it doesn't really matter because you're not eating, so anything's going to be better than not eating. So if that's soup, soup, okay, cool. And do you have soup? Have you got? Do you make the soup, or you can
Yeah,
get?
I gotta go get some soup.
Okay, all right. Can we do that? We can commit to that. And what time are we doing that one? 6, 7?
Yeah, yeah, probably between 5:30 and 7:30.
Okay.
Like,
So let's go. Just put the alarm for 6 o'clock, just to give you a little bit of leadway from 5:30. Let's, and you can get it ready from whatever time you want. But again, it's just triggering you to go, okay, I actually need to eat. Okay, so if we go soup at 6, that's 3 meals. Are we committing to that?
yeah.
Okay. All right. And then the last one, if we go with exercise, so, that's still very low in calories that you're actually feeding your body. So, I, for me, I wouldn't suggest going just give yourself time to build up more food before you start doing strenuous exercise. So, even just committing to go for a walk, if that's 20 minutes at the moment that you can commit to, or 30 minutes, it's better than what you were doing. But also it gives you that mental clarity because you're outside. So what can we commit to in regards to just going for a walk?
After the smoothie, I'd probably go for a walk. Sorry. The thunder here is terrifying sometimes.
Oh, is that thunder? Is it raining
That is thunder.
Wow.
Yeah.
Huge storm. I was like, is that someone just going like see, change. Change is great.
Oh my God.
I love that.
Thunder right overhead just like hits so hard.
Uh-huh.
Like shake, right?
It's shaking you up. Like, come on, Ayla. We're gonna do this.
It's like
Okay.
come outside. I'm like, no.
Okay, maybe not tonight, but tomorrow. This is all starting from tomorrow. When you wake up, you're like, right, I've got alarm set for food. I'm spending my 15 minutes outside, and I'm walking for how many minutes?
15, 20 minutes.
Okay.
But
15, 20 minutes. And obviously, when you start eating more, then you're going to get that more energy, and add 5 minutes. Because when you're outside, you'll actually be like, wow, this is really beautiful. Why haven't I been outside to do
yeah.
this? So, how does that feel? Can we commit to that? So, 15 minutes of outside time, 3 meals a day, breakfast, lunch, dinner, setting the alarm for those times. So, we've got shake, eggs, and soup, and 15 to 20 minutes of exercise each day. Hello. We've gone a little bit funny in our internet and storm action. Ayla. Hello. Hello.
Oh, sorry.
You're back.
The storm is insane.
Well, I'm glad I'm with you. Otherwise, you'd
Yeah.
get scared.
Dude, it's so scary. I can't even. I've never been in. I've never been in thunder and lightning like this. You just like see the lightning happen, then you're like, oh no, it's coming.
Oh my God. I was like, are you actually okay? Did you just get taken by this thunder? Like, where are you?
Yeah, totally. But we're fine. I had to use the cell phone, so now we're on like cellular. I don't even know what's happening to the internet. So Okay.
Okay. So how does that feel for you? We've come up with a plan. I feel like it energized you. I feel like you just got this thunder strike and you're like now energized. How perfect.
Cool. Thanks for the clearings.
I love it. See what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Thank you.
Things are going to
Thank you
change.
very much.
Like, well, let's just commit to this and then we're going to reconnect and we'll see, what changes have worked out in life since we're just coming back to you, coming back to that beautiful Ayla.
Okay.
Do you have any other questions or you need any other help with anything else? I think that's a good starting spot.
I think it's a good starting spot because any other questions I ask is just going to be all that other stuff. But that's like, I like that this is like within my power to do.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And that's the most important thing. Like, at the moment, that's what I was saying. It's too far. Like you've got too many things going on that it to get to some place is too far. So this is something that you can control, that you are more than capable of doing, and it's going to help you feel better. Then then you can have that mental stability where you can be like, right, okay, I'm going to attack this thing now, and then this thing. It's like putting those little steps into place so you can then navigate through this big storm.
Check it out. Waiting for it.
I got you. All right. Well,
Okay. It's not so bad this time.
Okay, good. It's getting further away. Excellent. Yeah. It's not right on top of you. I'm not losing you.
Right.
All right. Well, let's leave it at that today. So let's get you off of there so you are not going to get taken away with lightning strikes and whatever else. But let's leave it there today and let's reconnect again and we'll see what things we can go to next. The next.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks, Amanda. Thanks for the coaching and the support and love, and like thanks for the awesome card reading too. Like that was great. I like that. That was perfect.
Thank you. Yeah, well, obviously, the universe, and I think having that storm really just puts things into play where it's like we're just so connected to everything. So I love that you're getting a storm and it's like shaking you up a little bit. And it's giving you that, that vital energy that you need to go forward.
All right. Noted.
You've got this. All right, beautiful. That's
love you.
Love you.
Thank you.
We'll talk to you soon. Bye.
See you soon.